It was a crisp December evening in Oakland, California. The streets were alive with the buzz of the holiday season. Twinkling lights, festive decorations, and the sound of carolers echoing through the night. But for 12-year-old Marcus Johnson, the holiday spirit felt far away. Life had been tough for Marcus and his family. His mother worked 2 jobs to make ends meet, and his father had passed away 2 years ago. Marcus had always been a huge basketball fan, and his idol was none other than Stephen Curry, the Golden State Warriors superstar. But attending a game, or even owning a pair of Curry's signature sneakers, was a distant dream. Marcus spent most of his afternoons at the local community center, shooting hoops on the worn-out court. He practiced tirelessly, dreaming of one day playing in the NBA. His old sneakers were falling apart, the soles worn thin from hours of dribbling and shooting. But Marcus didn't complain. He knew his mom was doing her best, and he didn't want to add to her worries. One evening, as Marcus was walking home from the community center, he noticed a crowd gathering outside a small sports store. Curious, he walked over to see what was going on. To his amazement, there was Stephen Curry himself, standing in front of the store, signing autographs and taking pictures with fans. Marcus's heart raced. He had never been this close to his idol before. But as he looked down at his tattered sneakers and his worn-out jacket, he felt a pang of embarrassment. He couldn't possibly approach Steph looking like this. He stood at the back of the crowd, watching from a distance, his heart torn between excitement and self-doubt. Steph Curry had always believed in giving back to the community, whether it was through his charity work, his foundation, or simply taking the time to connect with fans. He understood the impact small acts of kindness could have. That evening, as he signed autographs and posed for photos, he noticed a young boy standing at the edge of the crowd. The boy looked hesitant, almost as if he didn't belong. Steph's attention was drawn to the boy's sneakers, old, worn, and barely holding together. He could see the determination in the boy's eyes, but also the struggle. Steph knew that look. He had seen it before in kids who loved the game but didn't have the means to pursue it fully. When the crowd began to thin out, Steph made his way over to Marcus. "Hey, buddy," he said with a warm smile. "What's your name?" Marcus was stunned. He couldn't believe Steph Curry was talking to him. Marcus," he stammered. "Nice to meet you, Marcus," Steph said, extending his hand. "I saw you watching from back there. You a basketball fan?" Marcus nodded eagerly. "Yes, sir. You're my favorite player. I watch all your games." Steph smiled. "That's awesome. You play?" "Yeah, I practice every day at the community center," Marcus said, his voice filled with pride. "I want to be like you one day." Steph's heart melted. He could see the passion in Marcus's eyes, but he also saw the struggle. "That's great, Marcus. Keep working hard, and you'll get there. But you know, every great player needs the right gear. Those sneakers look like they've seen better days." Marcus looked down, embarrassed. "I know, they're pretty old, but they still work." Steph placed a hand on Marcus's shoulder. "Come with me." Steph led Marcus into the sports store, where a display of his latest signature sneakers, the Curry 10s, gleamed under the bright lights. Marcus's eyes widened as he stared at the shoes. They were everything he had ever dreamed of: sleek, stylish, and perfect for the court. "Pick your size," Steph said. Marcus looked at him, confused. "What?" "Go ahead," Steph said with a grin. "Try them on." Marcus couldn't believe what was happening. He carefully selected a pair in his size and slipped them on. They fit perfectly. He felt like he was walking on clouds. "How do they feel?" Steph asked. "Amazing," Marcus said, his voice filled with awe. "But I can't afford these." Steph shook his head. "You don't have to. These are yours, Marcus. A gift from me." Tears welled up in Marcus's eyes. He had never received a gift like this before. "Thank you, Mr. Curry. Thank you so much." Steph knelt down to meet Marcus at eye level. "You're welcome, Marcus. But remember, it's not just about the shoes. It's about the heart and the hustle. Keep practicing, keep dreaming, and never give up. You've got what it takes." The next day, Marcus showed up at the community center wearing his new Curry 10s. His friends were in awe, and Marcus couldn't stop smiling. He played harder than ever, feeling like nothing could stop him. But the story didn't end there. A few weeks later, Steph Curry surprised Marcus again. This time, he showed up at the community center during one of Marcus's practices. The entire court erupted in cheers as Steph walked in, basketball in hand. "Marcus!" Steph called out. "You ready for a little one-on-one?" Marcus couldn't believe it. He was about to play basketball with his idol. The two of them faced off on the court, and though Steph obviously had the upper hand, he made sure to encourage Marcus every step of the way. "Nice shot, Marcus," Steph said as Marcus sank a three-pointer. "You've got a great form." After the game, Steph handed Marcus a brand new basketball and a jersey signed by the entire Golden State Warriors team. "Keep working hard, Marcus," Steph said. "I'll be watching." Marcus's story spread like wildfire. News outlets picked up the heartwarming tale of Steph Curry's random act of kindness, and it touched the hearts of millions. But for Marcus, it wasn't about the fame or the attention. It was about the hope and inspiration Steph had given him. Years later, Marcus earned a basketball scholarship to college. He never forgot the kindness Steph had shown him, and he made it his mission to pay it forward. He started a program at the community center to provide sneakers and gear to kids who couldn't afford them, ensuring that no child would have to give up on their dreams because of their circumstances. And as for Steph Curry, he continued to inspire both on and off the court. His random act of kindness wasn't just about giving a pair of sneakers. It was about showing a young boy that he mattered, that his dreams were valid, and that kindness could change lives. Because sometimes all it takes is one act of kindness to make the world a better place.